Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back in today with another video, and like I said in the previous one, I'm going to go in depth into everything I was talking about. So today we're going to get into some back testing. I'm going to show you guys how I do it and what you guys should be doing to get started. So without further ado, let's get right into this. Okay guys, so like I mentioned in the first video, if you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's going to be all you need to know to get started trading. The software I'm going to be using for backtesting is called FX Replay, and this is what your home screen is going to look like. You can use a free account or you can get the paid account like I have. In my opinion, paying the monthly fee is well worth it. It's not even that expensive, so check out the free account first and then you can go from there. This is what your dashboard is going to look like. And the first thing you're going to want to do is go over to strategies here and create your strategy. So you can just name it whatever you want, write description of your rules and how you're going to be trading, and just hit create. And I'll show you where to link that later, but it'll link all your analytics of all your sessions using that strategy, so you can have all your data from your sessions all in one. After that's done, you're going to want to go back to your dashboard. And there's this button right here that you're going to want to hit new session. And for me, I'm trading gold from this date. I've been doing it all year from 2018 because it's the closest thing to what we have with the Trump markets. Trump was obviously in office in that term as well. So we'll go to this here. And you can name it whatever you want, but for me it's session 138. And I'm going to be treating this like a $50,000 funded account. So I'm going to start with $50,000 and I will be trading gold. So GC. And you can select your layout. You guys won't have any if you're just getting started, but it'll save all your data from the previous session. And you want to select your date. So always change the hours first, or it'll revert you back to the current day. It's just a bug they're having right now. But I'm going to go over to 2018, November. I'm going to start on Sunday, the 18th. And our end date, go 2018, November. Or we're going to have to go to December 1st, the Saturday. Once you got that done, you're just going to hit create session and it'll take us right into it. Okay, so now we're loaded up into the session. So you can think of this basically as trading view, but you can obviously pause and start the time so you can trade in live time here. So what I set up for my little toolbar here is I have my horizontal array favorited, vertical line, and in this drawing tool I have my rectangle. That's all I really use. You guys can favorite whatever you need. It's easy. You don't want to have to be clicking through here every time. And you want your magnet on. Makes things easier. And this indicator I'm using here, it's called Custom Session Indicator by FX Replay. Basically just shows your session highs and lows. You don't need it, it just makes it easier for my strategy. So what I trade, talking about strategy, is I'll look for a liquidity sweep of either a session high or low, hourly or 4-hour high and low, obviously break of structure, and then 2 confluences to support that break of structure. And I'll look to target either the high or low in the opposite direction or an unmitigated high time frame fair value gap. And I look for just a 1-to-1 risk to reward. I don't go for anything crazy, as you want good risk management in this, just as if it was a live account. So that's basically what I go for right now. Obviously you guys are going to have your own strategy, but you want to stick to it. Treat this like it's real money even though it's not. Create good habits, not bad ones, because backtesting is great, but it can also set you up for failure if you're just messing around. You need to take this seriously and it'll really improve you. So keep that in mind, and let's get right into this. Okay, so I'm going to set up my scalper mode here. This will basically just make it so when you take a trade, it'll automatically have your take profit and stop loss set. So I'm going to be looking for $200 because to get a payout you need, on Top Step what I use, you need 5 days of $200 profit or more to be able to request a payout. So we're going to start with that, and I'll move it around if need be if I see a greater opportunity in a trade, but that's what I like to start at. Be trading one contract. And yeah, so I like to take my vertical line here and mark out when I'm going to be trading, which is New York, which is 6:30 a.m. my time. So you can go down here, select your time zone. I'm in Vancouver, so Pacific time. So 6:30 a.m. and I trade to 1 o'clock. So we'll let this play. This changes how fast the price is gonna move. Then you just hit the play button here, and price will start moving. So I'm gonna let it get up to this line here, and we're just gonna pause it. Delete that, and I'm gonna mark out all the lows and highs that I'm gonna be looking for here. So lows there, lows there, lows here. Obviously this will be done as you go, but I'm just showing you guys as example. So we have all these session lows here that haven't been taken out. You don't want to mark out ones like this that have been taken out already. And again guys, this just applies for my strategy. You guys can trade however you want, but for me this is what I'm going to be doing. I'll mark out these guys here and this one. Okay, so I'm going to check the 1 hour. Okay, alright, so I'm just going to let this play through guys, and when I get to a point where I'm going to take a trade, I'll go over why I'm going to take that trade, and either if it ends up being a win or a loss, I'll go over it. Other than that, I'll just throw some music on and we'll just power through this. Okay, so this day's over guys. Nothing that fit my model, so no trades taken for that day. Like I said, you want to treat this like this as a live account. Don't need to be forcing stuff, so I'll just mark out the next day and move on. Hey guys, I'm gonna probably take a buy here. We swept here. We swept out two other lows. I'm gonna target this gap here. So we're gonna go down here, just press buy. And like I said with the scalper mode, this sets up your trade 200, 200. And we'll just see how this plays out. And price is kind of choppy here, so I'm gonna move my stop loss up to break even. And we're stopped out. But break even trade, there's nothing wrong with that. As you see, it's going against us now. It's up about $150 in profit, but if it doesn't hit the take profit, it doesn't count. So stick to your rules and break even or loss. One trade a day, move on to the next one. Okay, I'm going to take a short here, guys. You saw we swept out these highs and we inversed these fair value gaps here, respected this one. I'm going to hit short, move this up a little bit, move this down to the low. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close this out here because day's over. So pretty much break even again on that one. On to the next day. And I'm going to go ahead and take a buy here. You saw we swept out a bunch of liquidity in the Asia and London session. I'm going to target this big 1 hour imbalance here. And again, we'll close out there, guys. The day is over. Obviously, if you're going to let these trades run out, you might end up hitting or losing, but the specific prop for my trade, once the day is over, your trade automatically closes, so I stick to that when I'm backtesting, keep everything legitimate. As you can see, sometimes these things move around. It's another weird bug they're having right now. FX replay is awesome, but sometimes they get weird bugs. They're constantly updating the software, and sometimes when they update it, it actually makes it worse. So that's one of the issues I'm dealing with right now. So if you see it jumping around, they'll fix it. It's just something that came up in the newest update. So I'm gonna trade Sundays here, so I'm gonna skip Sunday and get back to it on the Monday. And as you can see, guys, that trade would have hit if I would have let it play out, but I like to make this legit as possible, so when I go into the real live markets, it's training me for that, not for a backtesting session. Okay, I'm gonna take a buy here, guys. You saw we just swept out all those lows. Lots and lots fair value gaps we're gonna need to fill here after that big move down. Let's see if we can take some of that out. We also just respected this gap here and inverted this one, so see how she plays out. And just like that, that's a winning trade right there. So might have been able to squeeze a bit more profit out of that. Let's see. Nope, doesn't look like it. That was a good trade there. Let's move on to the next day. Okay, I'm going to take a short here. Swept out all these highs, inverted this gap, came up, and we're respecting this bearish fair value gap here. Let's take a short. This up a tad bit. And we're going to move this down a little bit. And that's a loss, just like that. That's why you don't trade against the trend. But we're here to learn. On to the next day. And I take a buy here, guys. We filled this day open gap here, and we inverted this gap. Let's take a buy and target buys here. Even. Session's about to end anyways. And there we go, guys. The 2-week session's over, so I'll close this out. And you just hit play again, and it will say show me analytics. And we're going to click that, and I'll get back to you guys in a sec. Okay, guys, so here's the session analytics. As you can see, 80% win rate, but only $160 in profit. It's kind of one of these months that there's not many great setups. The big movers have been Asian London sessions, so there's not many huge trades I've been catching lately when I've been backtesting. But I'm not losing, good win rate, so I can't complain with that. I can show you guys previous weeks I've done. There's been thousands in profits. And it's just how trading goes. It comes and goes. You just got to make sure on the tough months you're not losing. You're either breaking even or taking small wins. Now obviously there's going to be losing weeks, months, but you got to make sure when you have the good months they outweigh the losses. You don't need to have a huge win rate, but you need to be consistent, and you need to cover your losses by managing your risk. So if we get into this here, you can shows all the other stuff you might be into. For me personally, I don't really look too much into this, but show your winners, your losers, what percent, how long the trade's usually played out, and it'll show your performance by side, either buys or sells, and performance by session. So obviously I was only trading New York. That's why it all says New York. Performance by time, performance by day, and right here is your calendar. So you can see here I took that big loss the one day, break even this day, one trade here, over 200. So I only had one winning day technically to achieve a payout. Almost 2, but in that 2-week span, like I said, guys, there wasn't very many trades to be taken. I'm quite honestly happy with the profit that I got. I would have liked to not take that loss, but it is what it is. Still came out with $160 profit, and if you look at my dashboard here, like you can see my previous sessions, $940 profit here. It was minus 110 these 2 weeks, 880 profit, 230 profit, minus 200, minus 1080, 920 profit, 690 profit. So if you had this all up, I'm positive, right? So there's obviously going to be slower months and months that are just harder to trade. Obviously, you don't really know what was going on in 2018, but Trump's in office, so who knows what he was saying. I don't think he was as much on Twitter back then, but you never know. So yeah, guys, just this is boring and mundane, but this is what you gotta do to get better. So just stay consistent, follow your rules, and treat this like it's a live account. Whether you want to do 50,000, 100,000, 25,000, whatever. Look at the prop firm you're going to want to use, find the rules, stick to them, and that's what I found works the best for me, and it's helped me grow as a trader. So you guys do the same thing, and you can see I've 3 days and 18 minutes invested. I think I've only had this open for 8 or 9 months, and I took a good chunk of time off because there was a point where I was just kind of sick of trading. I was trading crypto more. So it's pretty decent 3 days, and that's only counting when you're on the charts, and each session's probably only about 30 minutes. So if you do the math, I'm on this a lot. You can see I've taken 2,300 trades, and my growth with this has been insane. Like, I'm doing a funded challenge right now, and I'm about to pass it, knock on wood, and that'll be my 6th one passed in the past few months. I haven't received a payout yet, like I said in the previous video, but I'm getting closer and closer every time, and I give that all to backtesting, to be honest. Like, putting the time in here really helps you when you go live, and people that skip backtesting just end up losing. You gotta treat this like a job, right? So if you're not going to put in the time, you're not going to get the reward. So that's about it for today, guys. I hope that helped you, and just stick with it. It's mundane, but you gotta master the boring, because this is when most people quit, right? So just keep your head up when you're doing it. Put on some motivational videos or some music you like or something, and just lock in for a few hours a day, or even 30 minutes a day, whatever you can do, and you'll start to see the results from it. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to end this video here, and hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you in the next one.